if you guys are watching the replay, first of all, welcome. I appreciate you guys being here. We are going to be talking about some Airbnb stuff. Ooh, I probably should have fixed this before I went live, but it's okay. It's okay. If you're watching the replay, I appreciate you being here. All right. Looks like we got it all set up now. Kind of. Actually, you know what? I'm going to switch this. Right. It's okay. There we go. Huh. Okay. All right. There we go. All right. Much better. All right. So we're going to be talking about Airbnb, how to set up an Airbnb. As I said, I work out here every day, 8, 8:30 in the morning, pretty much. And we out here, we get work done. We're by the pool, we go to the gym. Now, in about 15 minutes, they're going to be starting a class behind me. So I'm not going to be able to talk too long. So I'm only going to stay on for about 10 minutes because I'm going to end the class right before they start. I'm going to end this live right before they start the class. However, I did want to come on and tell you guys how to start an Airbnb while I do these 6 sets. So, first thing, first myth I will start with is that you don't need to own property to start an Airbnb business. It's very important. You don't need to own property to start an Airbnb business. I think a lot of people get that confused, right? Now, I will say you do need permission from whoever owns the property. So if you own the property, you can just give yourself permission, but you do need permission. And by the way, permission, meaning legal permission. So you want to make sure that, if you, even if it's your own property, give yourself permission, right? That's very important. But if you don't own the property, get permission from the owner so that you can do Airbnb, which is very important. And then you can go ahead and set up your Airbnb. Make sense? Cool. Cool. All right, let's keep going. All right, so I'm gonna do my first set. As I said, I have 6 sets of dips to do. So this is my first set. So, and I already took my pre-workout. I took my creatine. So there we go. Set number 1. Let's see how it goes. All right, there we go. That's up number 1. Off to a good start. All right, so as I said, today is my push day. I'm gonna ask you guys a question. Would you start an Airbnb business? Would you start an Airbnb business? Let me know down in the chat. However, as I was saying, it's covering my whole face. Right there. Would you start an Airbnb business? All right. So again, first thing, you don't need to own property to have an Airbnb business. In fact, most of my Airbnb business is not from properties that we own, from properties that we got permission to do Airbnb in. The wonderful thing about these properties is that getting them up, getting them ready costs a lot less than owning your own property. What do I mean? Let's say you're getting into your own property. And let's say it's 10% to set up. Okay. So you have a $500,000 house and it costs 10% to get everything ready. So that's all in $50,000 from furnishing to closing costs to insurance and everything, plus around $50,000 to set up. Okay, cool. I can show you how to do first and last month's rent, furnish, and then break even by month 4 or 5. And if you can break even by month 4 or 5, then what's the difference? You're doing all of that for less than $10,000. Let's say you overshoot the budget by 1,000 or 2,000. That's $12,000. Okay, cool. Now, $10,000 compared to $50,000 means in the same time period that you bought one house, I would be able to get five, or a minimum four, which means that if I'm going after cash flow right now in the next 2 years, I'll beat you because I don't own property. And cash flow now is how you're able to travel the world. So if you can keep scaling on cash flow, you're going to win. Okay.